Hello friends, welcome to English Shorthand class. Ready? 1, 2, 3, start. Crises are of many kinds and come in different shapes and sizes. The current COVID-19 pandemic is a health crisis that is one of a kind, but it is at such times that the true qualities and grit of a nation and its leaders manifest themselves. It demands a mindset very different from carrying out surgical strikes or indulging in bombing expeditions on terror targets inside Pakistan. Today, when India looks to those in authority to provide the necessary kind of leadership, unfortunately, this is nowhere in evidence. If this continues for much longer, it could prove highly detrimental. The leadership must not evade its responsibility and should brace itself for the difficult period ahead. The transition will not be easy. What is perhaps proving rather problematic is that during this time of human travail, the Bharatiya Janata Party leadership is confronting another crisis which could have a more direct impact on the party's future. This crisis centers around whether the BJP needs to make changes and adjustments to what it has been accustomed to do in conducting the affairs of the country since 2014. Triumphalism, which has been the BJP's stock in trade for many years, now having met its Waterloo in the recent assembly elections in the states of West Bengal, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, may need a reset. For a party that seemed to carry everything before it till now, effecting a change may not be easy. What kind of an impact it might have on the affairs of the nation is also a matter of conjecture. Still no complete plan. Coming first to the novel coronavirus pandemic and its impact, COVID-19 has now been with us for nearly 18 months. As yet, the nation has not seen a comprehensive strategy emerging from Delhi to deal with the situation. Numerous statements have been issued at different levels and several meetings have been held from the Prime Minister downwards, but it is evident that all these are a poor substitute for a well thought out strategy. Most glaring is the flip-flop on the policy concerning vaccination, which is the nearest substitute for a strategy for the nation is still trying to come to terms on how the authorities will conjure up even the several million doses needed to vaccinate the vulnerable sections of the population in the 18 to 44 age group. The situation is further muddied by reports of cover-ups regarding missing deaths, a damning indictment of all those responsible, considering that ours is a civilization that treats death and the dying with the same veneration as the living. Distorting statistics can hardly take away the pain of those who have lost their loved ones. Fault finding has grown. In the meantime, as the facts and statistics surrounding deaths become grimmer, fault finding between the center and the states on how to manage the pandemic has only intensified. Anyone familiar with India's democracy would find it difficult to believe that we function under a federal constitution which has no doubt many unitary characteristics. Harmony between the center and especially those states headed by opposition parties is conspicuous by its absence. Finding the right strategy may not be akin to nuclear science, but it could prove difficult for those in authority, mainly those in Delhi, to effect a metamorphosis in their thinking and adjust to methods needed to implement suggestions which involve taking the states into confidence and incorporating their suggestions and ideas. This is perhaps the biggest stumbling block today, and given the current style of functioning of those in authority, it may be difficult to envisage such a metamorphosis taking place. It is, however, imperative that this is done before it becomes too late.